Hello. Buying a home is one of the most important decisions you will make in your lifetime. Here are 5 things to remember to avoid buying the wrong house. Number 1, check out the neighborhood and your seller. Besides, how close are you to public transit? Pick up the crime rate statistics from the local police website, and also see the caliber of schools in your neighborhood, and as well, how difficult it is to get in. Most important, walk the neighborhood that you're interested and talk to people. You will find out so much, whether or not there were floods in the basement, whether there are some crazy neighbors on the street, or things that most sellers will not tell you. Check out to see if basement apartments are permitted on the street, because for some, you may need the income from a basement apartment. Also, ask the seller directly if they've had an experience with any floods, or whether there has been a grow house, or perhaps even a suicide or murder on the property. Do the research in advance so you're not surprised after closing. Number 2, get the right real estate agent to represent you. Don't think that you can walk into an open house and just make a deal with the agent for the seller. The agent for the seller is out to get the best price for the seller, and you may give away some important information that can be used against you later. Start with family and friends, get referrals, interview agents, see who have local knowledge of your area. They will know whether or not there are problems with flooding, termites, etc. Also, find out what your agent's website looks like, what their contacts are, who they're going to use, and how they're going to market your property. In addition, try to find out their success rate in bidding wars. This is a very difficult area and involves a lot of strategy. If you find the right agent working for you, you won't make a mistake. Number 3, how much can you afford? It is not a good idea to live to pay your mortgage. You have to make sure that besides your mortgage payment, you have enough to pay all your other living expenses. Be careful. When you get pre-approved for a mortgage, that doesn't mean the lender is going to give you that much money on closing. They're still going to do an appraisal. And if they think you've paid too much for your property, they're going to reduce the loan amount. This is happening a lot today in bidding wars. So be careful. Always have at least 5 to 10% additional down payment available, just in case you have your problem with your financing prior to closing. Number 4, choose a home inspector carefully. It is more important than ever to do inspections of properties before you buy. When you're in a bidding war, you might want to consider taking a home inspector with you before you make a bid, so that you can in fact make a bid without conditions. Check references of that home inspector. Some of them will have additional equipment to help you look behind walls, check for termites, even put cameras in the drainage system to make sure there are no problems. When you know, especially in an older home, you want to know more information as possible before making that decision. So remember, choose a home inspector carefully to protect you. Number 5, understand the bidding war rules. Be careful. This is the number 1 mistake people make when they get caught up in a bidding war and the atmosphere. You need to work to make sure that you find out what that house should sell for before you even start bidding. Most sellers will deliberately underprice their home in order to create the atmosphere for a bidding war. You need to know in advance what the proper price is for that home, and be very careful before you go over that limit. That is one of the top mistakes people make. Also, when you're putting in an offer, try to put it in later in the day. Maybe consider 7 o'clock, and then only leave the offer open for acceptance 3 to 4 hours. You don't want to give the seller's real estate agent time to try to create other offers in competition. Put the pressure on the seller to accept your offer, not on yourself. To summarize, instead of panicking when you buy your first home, follow these 5 steps, and I'm sure that you will buy your home safely and will not experience any unwanted surprises after closing. If you have any questions about buying a home, please do not hesitate to contact me directly at mark@realestatelawyer.ca or toll free at 1-888-876-5529.